Hey everybody, it's Jim, also known as Final Neuron, back again. Some more Ogre Battle 64. Let's go. Here we are, Alba Castle. We're going to see our best of best friends, General Goodezlis. See what he's got to say to us. Kind of tipping their hand here. Liberation of Alba. Okay, good. So I guess we're expected to win. The Central Division has taken the slaughter of the reinforcements at Dardanelles as a mutiny by the Southern Division. Wasn't the Southern Division the general following the Central Division's orders? We have no idea why General Goodezlis decided to involve those monsters, but it's certain that the Central Region is worried about Lotus. If they learn that Palatinus was employing monsters, nothing can be said if they consider this kingdom as a land of pagans. The entire Southern Division was cut off to emphasize that the Central Region took no part in the incident. And that dude that showed up and offered Goodezlis the shortcut to power, yeah, he's from Lotus. So you can see where his interests were. Cut off, huh? Troops have been dispatched to control the chaos created by the monsters. Most of them, including Destin and his company, were sent to this region. We're on our own against the Southern Division. Let's get started. Alba in the south will be our embarkation point. Akka Castle, a half-day's march north of Alba, is our objective. We must take the castle. There's only one possible route, directly north into Akka Castle. But there will be a sizable force awaiting for our arrival. We will lose in a battle of numbers. I think it's best to wait for the enemy to come to us, then defeat them one at a time. Because apparently the enemy is stupid enough to send their soldiers to us one at a time. I mean, just glance at the map. There's another way. There's another way. There's another way through there. Whatever. Whatever, Hugo. Whatever you say, Hugo. Don't talk to me like that, old man. Even though it was abandoned by the Central Region, the Southern Division is a force to be reckoned with. I'm also concerned about General Goodezlis' intentions. We must stay alert. Regardless of why, this is a perfect opportunity for us. I want to meet the expectations of our sympathizers and the Revolutionary Army who took us in. Inform everyone to prepare for battle. Absolutely. No, Hugo, it wasn't a question. Go tell them to prepare for battle. So one thing you will notice right away is we've got a town right next to our headquarters. Right next to it. It's a witch's den, which is nice. Like in an emergency, we're going to have access to it. Boy, that morale is low. But if we don't take it pretty quickly, yeah, they're just going to be able to stage against our HQ over and over and over. So first, let's have eyes on turn and see if there's anything on it. There is. Okay. So our very, very first order of business is to get in there and smash Deborah and get her off the city. Take the city for ourselves. She's neutral. These pumpkin heads are very chaotic, which is kind of interesting. Dio can probably take her out right away. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. I don't know if there's anybody else that has more physical strikes than him. Alright, let's get everybody deployed. Alright, we've got Dio assigned to go up there. We'll give him a little bit of space and then send Lannis up to take the city. And we've also got this guy coming in towards the headquarters. And this is confusing. This is confusing. One of the characters in this army is able to deal damage, and he gets one attack. So you might remember from the last episode of this Let's Play, golems can't be put to sleep. They also can't be paralyzed or anything else. So probably I'm just going to send golems against them. I'll just send Katreda over there to automatically win against them. Alright, and give Linus the stronghold. And then Katreda is our golem group. And we'll send her straight up. We'll let her lock onto the enemy unit once she gets close enough. Ha! A phalanx. A phalanx. Yeah, he's the leader. We've got 2 stunners in the back row. They have a magic spell that does little damage and puts you to sleep. This is another unit that really doesn't have a lot of damage output, but they can do a lot of control against you. And Katreda's group would be pretty good for hitting this one too. Even though the phalanx will reduce some of their damage output, the gremlins won't be able to stop the golems from getting 3 strikes. I don't think we have enough space to defeat this unit, get on the city, and comfortably fend off all of the other attacks. Well, that's a wasted strike. Hopefully the swordsmen will be able to land their hits, because witches are very agile. They like to dodge. And here comes the most awful attack in the game. Excuse me. Here comes the most awful attack in the game. Oof. Man. Painful. So assigning Dio to this, we knew that he was not going to be able to take the fight and continue after that. These pumpkin heads were going to demolish him no matter what. So this is not a surprising outcome. Getting the cleric down to 5 was surprising. Those things are just devastating. So we'll send Dio back here, and we will have Katreda. Katreda may end up trying to blunt this entire offensive. Okay. We've got a second phalanx coming in. It's nothing. Just a bunch of soldiers. So, Katreda, got some really high hopes for you here. Deborah. Linus. Didn't really mean to send you against this, but I think it's going to turn out fine. Yep, her group is fantastic. So the question is, do I want to let her, Linus, take a bunch of damage? And the answer is no, I don't. I can't retreat yet, so it's not really relevant. Ah, that's like the worst target for that. Okay, so I've just taken the largest amount of damage that I'm going to be taking this entire fight. In fact, I think they've only got a sword strike. I doubt I'll be able to win this fight, but I've done more than enough damage that this group's not coming back. And I actually won the fight. Very impressive. Very impressive. So what we'll do is we'll pause, and if nobody that's coming in has any attacks that can reach the rear, I'll just let Deborah go ahead and, yeah, I'll let her go ahead and take this. Linus. Why do I keep saying Deborah? Is that the enemy witch? Is that who that is? Yeah. I'll let Linus go ahead and take the city. She shouldn't be vulnerable to anything that's coming in. I'll just shift her to the side to make sure she's not going to end up getting targeted if the front line falls. Here's a first fight against the Doll Mage group. I guess it would have been nice to have the 2 spells on their leader instead of on witches that are going to resist some of that damage. But I just canceled all of their attacks. They're not going to be able to do any attacks this battle, which means they have zero hope of winning. They have zero hope of doing any damage. Quick, paralyze that ghost that doesn't have a body. That's the way to do it. Yeah, and this is a good showcase of how powerful undead groups are. If you don't have something that can either damage them really quickly or target the back line to hit the leader or permanently kill them, yeah, they're gonna keep coming and they're gonna get the job done for sure. All right, Katrina, show us we were not wrong to put our trust in you. So both of them aren't going to be able to target the leader. Both of my golems are not. That's fine as long as the Birdman doesn't do too much blocking. On the left, that's my lower level golem. Ooh, did they? Nope. Okay. I'm checking to see if she gets put to sleep. Nope. Good. Good. That means we're going to come out of this fight with really high hit points. There was the Birdman block I was worried about. Hawkman. I'm sorry. Birdman. Baby D thinks they taste like chicken, so I'm not too worried about it. Looks like they did cancel one of my heals. My total damage is somewhere around 70. Yeah, so they actually came out ahead on that one. It was partly because of those spells. Those spells were doing decent damage. Oof, Linus is going to have to face them. Although she can. She's got no compunction about melting these people. I'm going to have her target weakest. I think that's probably for the best. Even if it causes them to retreat and heal all their dudes back up, that's fine. I'm more interested in gaining some breathing room right now. Once that's over, I don't much care about what happens after that, because I'll be able to put other plans into play. We've got a lot of units in reserve down at headquarters. We should probably move at least one or two of them up after this fight. Just so that Linus doesn't have to face every single fight every time. We don't actually want her killing everything. There's plenty of time for her undead army to kill everything later on. So Katrina... Let's put Katrina directly on this incoming unit, Belmont, just so that hopefully she'll be able to edge ahead and grab it. Dio is healing. I don't see a problem with sending Isam up. If he gets beaten, he'll just retreat into territory that we hold. So that's not that big of a deal. And maybe a more positively aligned unit can go in. Yeah, we'll send Shirley up. Send Shirley up. And then maybe one more. I'll send Aznabel up just for extra security. Alright, over to the east. We don't have to wait to send stuff over to the east. Morale 87. Extremely high. Extremely high. And then morale 87 again. Both of those very high. So we're sending Shirley north. We've got Leia. Rebecca may have a more positive alignment. Let's see what she's at. It's more positive, but it's not super positive. Whereas Leia is very positive. So she's an excellent candidate for liberating both of those cities. So we'll send her in that direction. We're almost definitely going to find something going that way. We'll let our discoveries dictate what happens next. Linus takes this fight. That's fine. We're not exactly worried about what her outcome will be. Yeah, especially when it's a bunch of soldiers. Man, I haven't used soldiers in, what, 6-7 scenarios? 6-7 battles? Not exactly worried about what they're going to do here. Oh no, 11 damage once. Oh no, a miss. Yeah, soldiers are just... You don't even have to kill them. If you damage them enough to reduce their number, and then they retreat and heal, they're still fewer in number. They can never heal all the way up. Never, never. Wonder if ghosts do the same number of nightmares in the middle rank. They don't. I was thinking maybe I could stick the ghost in front of Linus so that she could have an extra tank just in case. But no, that's not the case. I'd rather have the extra stun every fight. And let's go after weakest again. This is not a fight where we have to worry too much about knocking the enemy leader out right away. In fact, doing extra damage to these little footies, these little spear-carrying boyos, it's actually more effective because it's permanent damage. Kill one. There we go. Came out ahead on that one. Okay, we've actually got a lot of room here. Looks like we've got one unit that's still coming south and the others are going to heal. So I'm just going to back off. In fact, let's take this opportunity. Let's take a look at these two units that we can spy now. A sorceress. So it's all magic users, which means they can do good damage that'll penetrate through physical defense. But they're also extremely weak to attack. And then Lowell this knight. Okay, so that's a really annoying group that can do some damage and heal just about everything that you do. They're going to have a hard time winning fights because they've only got 3 strikes. So whoever goes to take that probably just wins. They can probably push them off of there, but then they have to be careful to have enough sustain to keep fighting them over and over and over. All right, in the east, on the shop, we've got Madison, a cleric golem group, but she's formed so poorly that it almost doesn't matter who we send against her. We'll send somebody that we want to build some chaoticness, but that's the only concern. Dio, probably not all the way healed yet. Yeah, his backline needs a little more healing. We haven't used Woody in a bit, so I think we're going to send him to the east right now. We need to make sure Woody keeps his levels up. He's also going to be chaotic. And we can actually send Rebecca that way too. We want her to pick up some chaotic alignment so that her dragons are not so lawful. Leia, we'll just go ahead and have her stay here for now. Spotting. Alright, incoming dude. Which dude are you? You're the one with the soldiers? Okay. Who's my weakest? Asnaville. He's my least experienced unit. Go in there and take care of him. This is going to go really well. Asnabella has gotten 2 of the best pieces of equipment that we've found so far. He's got the flame flail. He's got the helm of the fearless. And so he's not going to have any trouble punching through the defenses of this phalanx and also knocking out the soldiers on the side. This is a fight he's actually uniquely suited for. Yeah. And of course they're weak. Like that's part of it too, right? Like they're too weak to actually return much damage to him. So depending on what they do here, they're going to go heal. So we'll send Asnabel back to heal as well. Our attention is much more on the east. Aha! Here comes a wizard. Mario the wizard. It's a me, a Mario. He's got a couple of undead. He also isn't protecting himself with them. Bad choice. Very, very bad choice. So it's chaotic. Who should I send? I guess I'm going to send Isom. His unit's going to be more positively aligned. So we'll just let him take this. It's also not a dangerous fight at all. They're getting 2 spells and 1 strike, I believe. Yeah, 2 spells and 1 strike, and 1 stun. The stun's not dangerous in and of itself. Yeah, it knocked out 2 of my attacks. That's fine. So now they've only got the 2 spells left, depending what they do with it. It may be little enough damage that I ignore it. It's okay. Yeah, he's toast. He's toast. Now, as for these 2 undead, the same rule goes for them as what goes for my undead. They're not gone until they're all gone. Until everybody in the unit is gone. Unless I have some kind of holy attack, which I don't. I have no holy attacks. Yeah, so that's something that traditionally the way I deal with them is I damage them until they die from it. Until they all die at the same time. Doll Mage is coming back. Which Doll Mage are you again? You're the with witches Doll Mage. Okay. Shirley could go. You know what? We need to get Troy up here too. This is a good opportunity to feed a couple of my units. I would send Aznabel, but it's a mostly chaotically aligned group. So I guess I send Isom again. I think that's what makes sense. Woody, knock the dust off of the equipment here. Time for you to get some actual action. So that worm on the right is going to have to tank all of the damage in this fight. That's not fantastic. Not what I would call fantastic. But it's okay. I can cycle them between fights. And it looks like I'm actually catching up with the cleric's healing. I'm going to be able to outpace it. She only gets a 1 in the middle rank. So, yeah, I should be able to outpace it. And eventually, you know, over the course of several fights, you end up getting crits. So, that will help out. Here we go. Switch them up. And let's go ahead and send Rebecca into the city also. We should be in good shape by the time she gets there. Alright, Isom. Take this fight. Right at him. I accept your challenge, he says. Hitting the leader. Yep. And he's going to take a minimum of 4 strikes and a maximum of 6. Depends on whether they're able to stun my archer, which they probably are. So we'll see. I really like not losing all of my heals. Looks like we've lost all of our heals. Whatever. They're not exactly capable of damage, so it's not that big of a deal. Especially if we can get 21. Wow, exactly enough. Exactly enough. So we don't have to worry about that group ever again. It's capable of stunning, and that's it. And that's it. Actually, one of them's Earth, so she's only capable of weakening. She's not even capable of fully stopping attacks. So yeah, this front is mostly settled. Unless we see a new unit come down the center, it's done. We're done with the assaults coming down the middle. The right-hand side, we'll see. This does have our shop, so we definitely want to get in here and take a look at the shop. Absolutely. See if there's any special equipment. And, you know, there's going to be some lore to get out of visiting the town folk and so forth. This is turning out pretty well for us. We've got the leader beaten out of this group. The golems are banging up our worms pretty bad. Oof. Thank goodness for that dodge. Yeah, they're weak. They're not ready to continue the fight. But with a little bit of healing, they'll be fine to do that. Here we go. Yes. She got to liberate. Alright, so we've got some breathing room here. How about we go ahead and have our people visit the locals.
I envy young people. I mean, you guys are full of hope. The world is full of opportunities for young people. But the only opportunity I have is to die. So, change it as you wish, but don't forget people will be watching and judging. trying to find out dirty secrets about you, peeping in the windows, opening your underwear drawer. I mean, someone. I wouldn't know anything about that personally.
Creepy. Creepy old man. All right, which one first? Lore or shop? Yeah, we'll do the lore. There's a mystical fruit that'll make you powerful, but I also heard that it makes you crazy. Well, you're a teen girl, so probably worth it. And the shop. Do you have anything new? Oh. We actually had pointy hat already. Yeah, we can already do witches. We've already got all of those. Book of Water and Earth. Book of Water and Earth are interesting. First of all, they'll give you an intelligence boost, which means magic spells will do a little more damage. But it can also change the element that a magic user uses when they cast spells. And the reason why that matters, you can use it to affect which combined magic they'll create. So if there's a certain mixed magic that will do a paralyze, for example, and you prefer that, hey, give them the right books and they'll do it. Looks like nothing else here is especially noteworthy. So we're going to say we're done there. What about the east? What about the east? Dio is sitting on the headquarters. I think we're going to have Dio do a little bit of treasure hunting. A little bit of treasure hunting just because as he's going and building fatigue and then sleeping it off, he'll also be healing. So we can get some mileage out of his healing if you want to look at it that way. Woody and Rebecca chilling out in the east. We'll have Leia poke north a little bit just to see what's up there. See if there's another unit up there or not. And we've got this phalanx. I think it's the last unit that's been out and moving around that actually still has its leader. And it's this one. It's the stronger of the two phalanx groups. In other words, he's not the one accompanied only by soldiers. Let's see. Who would be a good match? Katreda, actually. They can put her to sleep, but then the golems will continue to get their 6 attacks. However, they did it last time and they weren't able to do enough damage. I'm going to send Troy because with his magic spear, he's going to be able to punch through a lot of the defense that the enemy leader has. So we may be able to wear him down enough to actually finish him. Whereas the sleep will take out a bow attack. That's kind of, yeah, whatever. Take out healing. Yeah. In a pinch, we can just run. So, not too worried about it. Oh, Troy. You had one job. You had one reason for being in this fight. Precisely one. And this is why you don't let units get too underleveled. I'm probably going to have to farm bruised up units with him just to get him up to where he's useful. Yeah, they came out ahead. Definitely. They came out ahead. Not because they did great, but because my people did next to nothing. Troy's group did almost nothing. Oh, hey, here's an opportunity. He's trying to flee back to his stronghold. The second that I go after him, he's going to die. So let's send Shirley. Hopefully she'll be able to feast on his little gremlin dudes. Was he trying to walk past me to my headquarters? Okay. Interesting. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for leader. Because the baby D is going to be able to put some damage on him. But then the Valkyrie can do magic damage to it. So depending on how this turns out... Ooh, it's going to be close. We might be able to kill him. Nope. Nope. Not without a crit. Not without a crit. That Valkyrie's not doing nearly enough damage. Yeah, we'll get him weak, but he won't die. That's too bad. Yeah, we'll see. They won the combat. Right. They won the combat. So I'm going to send Shirley... right here. He made me nervous when he tried to move around towards my headquarters, and it made me wonder, like, is there somebody down there? is somebody or something trying to sneak past? Linus is in a pretty good spot as far as levels. I'll let her go back and guard headquarters. And since he's just going to sit there right next to my town, I'll go ahead and send the Isom in. Isom should have no trouble cleaning this up. No trouble. First of all, he himself... Wait, is that a whole new phalanx? I thought I sculled that other one. I guess that's... I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Yeah, Isom has a magic sword. He'll have no trouble putting down the phalanx, but probably it won't come down to that. I think any of the strikes, including the bow, would wipe out that phalanx. Boy, it is raining like crazy here. A strike and a miss. I've never experimented with using the gremlins as tanks. They're not that beefy. They don't have that much health, but they dodge. They dodge and they dodge and they dodge. So I'm considering it. Isom, head home. Back to the stronghold because there's nothing else to do here. Oh yeah. Let's try to send Troy against him. It's safe to try to get some experience off of him. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yes, Troy got him. Good. Very good. I think I'm still going to go ahead and target weakest. It's good to try to kill enemy units separately, in separate battles if possible, because if you kill a bunch of their soldiers or units, whatever, and you get 80 experience for it, well, that's almost definitely overkill for leveling you up. You could probably level up in 40. There's a good chance. And so everything that you gain over 100 total is wasted. So why waste it? Yeah, why waste it? Why not try to spread that experience across multiple fights? Boy, that guy. What? First of all, how did he retreat at that angle? What an angle. Second of all, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy for not paying attention to what Leia was doing. Oh well. Ah well. It'll turn out okay. Especially with her triple magic blasting the leader. I'm pretty sure she's about to eliminate this person. My only concern is when she takes damage, will she be able to sustain anything that comes after her after this? Her one Valkyrie is pretty low. Don't want that to get too low. She can take the city and start healing, but what if someone comes over to fight? She's off all by herself. So I think we let her take the city. And let's send... I think Rebecca can eat those 2 golems. We'll just let her have them. We'll send Woody up as backup. And then potentially something else after that. Leia liberated the stronghold. Vertz. So we're going to go ahead and get in here and see what the people are saying. Have a drink or two. Just pay me when you liberate Palatinus, okay? Yeah, sympathizer. Thanks for the lore. In the shop. Ooh, Iron Helm. Ooh. Looks like it's mostly basic equipment. Now here we've got the other 2 elements. The other 2 elements that we have not bought yet. We bought a water and an earth down at the other shop. We'll buy a wind and a flame. Just kind of give ourselves options. And there's also the Book of Annihilation. The Book of Annihilation is the first of the Draconite books that you get. And it transforms your magic into a giant doomsday spell. Is it worth it? It's totally worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It's also like 3 times the money we've got. So, and for these books that you can buy, their cost goes up 200 goth per day that you've been playing the game. Like per in-game day. So if you spend a ton of time between scenarios recruiting neutral characters, haha, these get more expensive. Great. Wonderful. But yeah, not too worried about it. Isom's going to take this fight. Whatever. For some reason, that dude's pinned to that city. And I think he's going to die this time. I think the phalanx is going to die and the soldiers are not. Unless if there's a crit on the next bow shot, then they'll all die. Oh, maybe not. No. They're all going to die. I had an extra shot from the knight. There's a level up. I got them both at once. There's probably some excess experience wasted there. Not too bad. They only gained about 40 each. Troy. Too bad. So sad. Should have tried a little harder. Let's just send Rebecca. She can do it. I believe in her. Alright, so we've got 2 unit leaders left up here. We've got this sorceress with the... Did she have pumpkin heads? No, just all magic. Just all magic. Her and the knight on the left, and that's it. We're more or less in the cleanup phase. More or less in the cleanup phase. The cleric group is not really a question of whether we can beat it. The sorceress group, maybe I send Isom. I'll just send Isom against the sorceress group. He does a lot of physical damage and he'll punch straight through. Now, as for the city, Edipar, morale 67. I think Isom can probably handle that. He should be able to handle that. On the off chance that the knight group immediately tries to attack me, I'm going to go ahead and send... I'll send both of my weaker units up too. They're the ones that need to farm. Alright, Woody. You ready to take your fatigue off? Ninja's garb? That's as far as I've been? Okay. Barnya. What a name. Barnya. We'll go after weakest because we don't have a direct line on the leader. We're just going to cause as much mass damage as we can. Oh, that's a good thing actually. If they put their spells on my cleric, that will reduce them. So probably if there's going to be another fight, I'll move the cleric to the side, the other side, so that she can tank more of them. And a bow shot. And that should be the end. And actually, let's pin her to that unit. So with everything in the southeast done, we're going to send her here. Or maybe here. Here to look for treasure. And then we'll send her on to the stronghold. Linus, I don't think there's any point to staying down there. Move her up one. And I think Isom's going to end up taking a bunch of random fights here. That's fine. He is still under-leveled a bit, so if he wipes out a bunch of cleanup stuff, it's not a big deal. I don't think I'll be able to knock out that witch. They'll have to average 27 each, so it's going to require a crit. Yeah, I think it'll be Yeah, they're not going to do it. Good. Good. Weaken them a little bit for one of my lower level units to go in and clean them up. How does it look? Now, one thing about this map that's really irritating is that these skull units, the ones that have no leader, somehow they have a tendency to retreat across that bridge and behind the boss. And that bridge is the only way to get to them. It is a pain in the butt to try to get back there and knock them out once they do that. So why it happens so easily, I've got no idea. But it happens. Probably has something to do with the way that the road positions your characters, your units. So, yeah. Whatever. It's a pain. Do we have any more attacks? Probably not. This is the point where this dumb sorceress is like, oh, I should look into getting some healing. I should look into recovery. Yeah, you should. That's right. Can I do 22? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Edipar. It's pretty middling in alignment. I think Troy's fine if he ends up liberating it. There we go. I was wondering why Woody wasn't visible. He's actually way up there in the corner. That's why. Attack, weakest. I prefer that you all hit the same thing, but if that's not possible, fine, whatever. I'm not quite sure what the criteria for weakest is. I believe it may be whatever that unit can do best damage to. So a physical attack and a magic attack might not be the same target. It doesn't seem to make them attack the unit with the lowest hit points. That doesn't seem to be what it does. I could be wrong, though. Actually, Woody's group is under-leveled at this point, so I need to make sure to use him a little bit more. Out of my two chaotic style units, I've been using Linus a lot. Thank you. I've been using Linus a lot. I need to make sure to use Woody a bit more in the future. Now, who's this? It's an opportunity. Okay, Troy, give it a shot. See if you can manage to hit something while it's asleep. One thing you do have to be careful of, on smaller maps especially, is if you've moved your units up and you're fighting these random fights to clean them up, you can make them retreat towards your cities that you're no longer defending. Oh, ask me how I know. Oh. So they got a little bit done here. Not too bad. Not awesome. Not too bad. We've got an opportunity here. I'm going to have him switch and try to wipe out these two undead. They're super fatigued, so he may actually have the firepower to do it. We'll see. I'll definitely be able to win the fight. I don't know that I'll be able to cause permanent damage to these things by killing them all at once. Nope. Nope. Wonder if I can use that as a kind of a permanent XP farm, though. I've got a cleric. If I get experience for killing them, even if they regenerate, I might be able to level this unit up really well. Because they're not going to do a lot of damage to me. Interesting. The thing is, as soon as I kill either... As soon as I deal... Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. I got the full credit for killing that skeleton. Very good. Very good. I'll kill the ghost next time. The thing is, with the ghost being so weak, that may give me enough attacks left over to completely finish the skeleton too. Yeah, we'll just have to see. It's a nice way to cheese some levels. Yeah, this is probably it for him. Yep, there he goes. Well, it was nice while it lasted, which was like 2 fights. If Troy ends up chasing that guy across this city down here in the southeast, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. Oh, so very mad. So who can I send west? Look at this. How did he get all the way up there? All the way up there? Awkward. Very awkward. Luckily, there's not much left in here. If they can hit, they can deal the 25 damage to that one gremlin. That should be easy. Okay. Okay. There's about 1 hit left on that one gremlin, and about 2 on the other. Can you do 20? Nope. Very close, though. Oh! Ah! She sniped it. Right at the end, I had totally discounted her because she got weakened and kept missing. But she came through. Very good. Very good. Don't think we've been here. Let's take a look. I admire you. You're following what your heart tells you. I lie to myself to keep out of trouble. Feign contentment. It's nothing important. I just try to be honest to myself and do what I believe in. You literally just contradicted yourself. I lie to myself. I try to be honest to myself. What is that supposed to represent? Like the average people who just kind of keep their heads down and try to pretend like everything is normal while the entire world around them is going crazy. Like you're in the middle of a civil war. People are killing each other out in the streets. You know, I try to be honest with myself. That's my struggle, is being honest with myself. Question. Leader or not leader? If I do leader, they're definitely going to heal it all off. So we're going to go weakest and just kind of cross our fingers. One thing you can do against clerics to prevent them from always healing off all the damage is to hit a lot of targets. They can only heal as many targets as they have heal spells. So, yeah. And they will always try to heal the weakest unit. Right now I'm able to hit all 4 of them, and they have 3 heal spells. So, with enough time, I might be able to grind them down. Let's make sure Aznabel's focused on the unit there. And not Lowell. Narok. Narok has a morale of 68. That is a high morale. Who else we got? Shirley. Shirley should go take that city. Or should she? Is she too high? Shirley, how high is your morale? Okay. High, but not crazy high. Okay. Yeah, she should be able to do it. And I think everybody else can move forward to where Isom is. So you can see we are wearing them down a bit, but they're wearing me down a lot more. Not because they're doing a lot of damage, just because I have 0 healing. If I can grab that city, even better, if I can put them into a retreating status, which is unlikely, then I can grab the city and heal up between fights, but not likely. I'm actually outdoing them, and they are outlasting me. Alright. What do we got here? Katreda and Linus need to move north. Actually, I'm going to leave Katreda in the south, just in case something weird happens and a unit slips by. This witch has a pumpkin head. Ooh. Attacking that one from behind means it's going to use Pumpkin Shower, which is a painful thought. The irony... Oh, great. Might be able to snipe a Cleric here. They'll have 2 heal spells. Oh, if you guys had only connected. Still might be able to do it. They've used all their healing, and I've still got 3 frontline attacks. Aww. Aww. Oh, 4 frontline attacks. That was close, actually. Pretty close. So there is some hope that I'll be able to get in there and KO them. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm also getting to the point where my units are quite weak. We're going to let that full HP guy take the center point, which is where most of the damage will go. I may have to retreat with Aznabel after this fight. I mean, actually retreat during combat, depending on what his hit points look like. On the other hand, if they can... wow! If they can take out one of the clerics, I was going to say. Oh, they did fantastic. They did way more than I could have hoped for. I almost hope I lose this fight. Just because that'll give me some space to heal up. Fantastic. Aznabel. Very good. Very, very, very good. Probably we're going to attack their formation from behind this time. Alright, we'll switch this. This should be fine. You know, we're probably still going to hit it from the right side, which is good. I think that reduces their attacks to 2. If so, this is the best angle to attack them from. Very good. We can take the leader this time. We have to take the leader this time. Because I can't afford for them to continue doing all this damage. Yeah, I'm going to have to cycle again. It's risky. It's risky because they're so low in hit points. They're just very, very low on hit points. Interesting. Aznabel? No. Go after this unit, but let's see what happens. Are they going to go head to head? Head to side? Head to side. I think that puts some of their guys in the front. Ugh. Yeah. But I might be able to... Very good. Yes! Yes! So Aznabel took a series of very, very good fights. He beat something that was over his level. Admittedly, not very offensively powerful, but very over his level. And he was able to knock them out. I'd like to take out this group too. Especially because anybody can do it. Literally anyone can do it. Shirley. Liberated. Very good. Aznabel. Fantastic. You get a hero's welcome in Narok. And the locals on Narok say, "You've achieved a lot more than I expected. Liberate Alba and all of Palatinus. And surprise me again." Yeah, right. Yeah. Random woman, for your expectations, for your esteem of me, I'm going to liberate the entire country. Know your place, woman. I think that's what Vegeta would say there. I kind of hate that my Godezla's voice ended up being as close to Vegeta as I can get. Because Vegeta's awesome and Godezla's is not. Vegeta, definitely a role model. A role model for us all. Once we clean up this Pumpkinhead Destroyer of Worlds group, Question. Can a Pumpkinhead ever kill you? Because all they ever do is cut your hit points in half. Answer. Yes, they can. all they have to do is reduce your hits to 1. Because their attack will do at least 1 damage. Very good. Give me a bow shot on that pumpkin head. Oh, thank goodness. So, my brother, who joins us on the Star Wars RPG stream, live stream, on Monday nights, he's also doing an Ogre Battle playthrough. And he said he has a group that has 2 pumpkin heads and a magic user with the Book of Annihilation. And it kills everything. That's the way he put it. It kills everything. Footmen, it's what's for dinner. This dragon hasn't evolved yet. I'm not sure whether to be concerned or not if it's going to be able to meet the platinum dragon requirements. It's lawful, but it's not super lawful. So I'm not sure. So the way I'm going to try to get past Godezlis here is I'm going to try to get him to hug the edge of the map here. Alright, we'll see if he'll sneak past. If so, he can go take out the witches. If not, then I'm not taking out the witches. Yeah, there's something weird about that unit. He just retreats to such a distance. There we go, Troy. You did something right, Troy. Look at you, Troy. You did it. You did it. No, 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 Troy. No, bad, bad. Don't come out of the forest. Go here. You go. Just go here. Just go right there. Alright, that should be good enough. While I'm up here, I can have Troy look for treasure over on the side. Oh no, you paralyzed my healer in a fight where I can't take damage. Earth Witches are potentially the second worst unit in the game. Right after Soldiers. Actually, Soldiers may be better. No, they're worse. Soldiers are worse because they're just no good, but they can become other units. Witches are better. Earth Witches are better because while they're completely ineffective, you can put a skill book, a spell book on them and have them do a good attack. Snipe, snipe, snipe. Yeah. All right, that's it. We're down to Godezlis. We'll see what's in his unit. He's in the middle, completely exposed to every type of attack. He's got 2 knights and 2 Valkyrie that are not even close to optimally situated. Okay, let's just kill him then. Doom Train, I choose you! How could this happen? Even I was branded as an insurgent. Oh, how did I do his voice? I guess this is the end of your career. You did quite well for yourself, don't you think? Sir Baldwin, what have you done? No, you deceived me? What did I do? You had your chance. You just didn't put your power to good use. For those vile abominations, my family was... Pimp smack. Silence. It was you who made up your mind to sacrifice your family. You willingly sacrificed your own family to save yourself. And now you dare blame me for your misdeeds? It turned out that this was all you were capable of. I'm sure you're glad to know that you were of good use to us. This was a very valuable case to examine. We learned that someone with little desire, like yourself, can only gain so much from the fruit of the netherworld. I'm afraid I must be going now. Did you finally realize that you can't do anything without our counsel? Are you angry at me? At yourself? Channel that rage. Strike back at the Revolutionary Army. Perhaps you can gain the power too. For some reason, I always think of Godezlis as fat. Isom, if only you hadn't betrayed me. What meaning did my life hold? You can't imagine what I went through for this. Do you understand my pain? Do you have anything you'd protect at all costs, even if you had to sacrifice your own family? You mean your career? Ah! Yeah, let's attack leader. Let's see what we can do to him. That was about a quarter of it right there. So with the archer and the next round of attacks, he should go down. Isom's gonna finish him. No, no, no. Yikes. And that's how you do it. You just chop them up. I will reach the top. It's a little late to say something like that. Estoc. Estoc. I think that is the Dragon Master weapon. Yay, cheering. Yay, lots of cheering. Well done, Isom. Frederick, did we do the right thing? Many were hurt. The entire kingdom and the Lotus Empire are against us. Battles will intensify and so will the number of casualties. And that's not all. We haven't got the slightest clue as to what those monsters are. All is shrouded in mystery. Can the Revolutionary Army overcome these obstacles? Honestly, we are in a very difficult situation. But, Isom, don't you think that the most important thing now is to do your best? You refuse to respond when faced with a difficult problem? You only act when a solution is obvious? The future, our future, is yet to be told. That's got to be the most irresponsible answer ever. It's like questioning whether you're doing the right thing and if it's even feasible. Yeah, it's a good thing to ask. What, don't you have faith in yourself? Well, faith doesn't stop you from getting an arrow through the head. Listen, Isom, to the people's cheers. What we do know is that the cheers that you hear, the rejoicing, it's the result of what we've done. Oh, it's for the cheers, huh? It's all for the cheers. Cheers will stop the ogres from eating our children. A few days after the liberation of the southern region, uh-oh. The triumvirate of the Holy Lotus Empire ordered the king of Palatinus to eliminate the Revolutionary Army. The king sent orders to both the eastern and the western divisions. Two months later, a bunch of advanced class soldiers. Immediately after the appointment of the new general, the Western Division advanced on Alba. After a number of skirmishes, the full-scale battle between the Western Division and the Revolutionary Army is thought to take place in the near future. Although the Eastern Orthodox Church received the same instructions, it chose to remain silent in the matter. Chapter 2. This probably sounds poetic in Japanese, but it always just sounds a little weird. These chapter verses, or whatever they are. In a world shrouded in darkness, no path can be found. Thanks. Ankaseth the Steadfast. Okay. Alright, this is Isom's dad, so he's got to have a voice. A voice for a dad that's like getting into his middle years, but is still pretty awesome. My lord, we should go back. Ankaseth, what is my father's intention? What am I to do in Wintinus? He wants me to fight Lotus? What should I do? How can I gain his approval? Unfamiliar voice. There you are, my lord. I've been looking for you. Ah. It's Baldwin again. I beg your pardon for being late. This is to commemorate your appointment as general. Please accept this holy sword of the royal family. I brought this maiden to take care of your personal needs. Although she is of humble origins, I believe she is suitable to serve you, in both age and features. Now, technically, he's not saying, hey, I brought you a lover. He's saying, hey, I brought a maid to help watch after you and take care of your daily stuff. It sounds really weird, though. What is your name? Crap. I've got to do Yumel, who has a feminine voice, and her at the same time. Mary Callan, at your service, my lord. Why? I know you. Who are you? Ah! An earthquake? Oh, it seems the gods have taken a liking of our new general as well. Southern region, Akka Castle, which we just took over. Still no activity at the Eastern Orthodox Church. The Central Division is keeping a close watch over the area, presumably to prevent us from making contact with them. The Eastern region, led by the Eastern Orthodox Church, has opposed the Central region in the past. It can't be helped. They seem to have no intention of following the Central region, but it's hard to say if they'll be on our side or against us. I see. What is the status of the Western Division? Since the appointment of Prince Yumel as commander of the Western Division, the troops have advanced to the border 5 times. This is the largest force we have yet encountered. They will most likely start advancing toward us in the next few days. The Western Division bears its fangs at last. There's no way we can avoid this battle. Like in the southern region, there is an area in the western region in which people are enslaved. Why don't we liberate them and join forces? Are you talking about the mining facility in Aldvera Heights? Most of them are Balmalkans. The Holy Lotus Empire will surely respond in kind. Nice and convenient for us, isn't it? Let them handle the Western Division and Lotus. A little give and take. Zavik, how can you say that? Are you suggesting that we use the Balmalkans? I thought our goal was to abolish the class system and declare independence from the Holy Lotus Empire. If that's true, then the Balmalkans should be our allies, not a tool to serve our purpose. Shut up! So what if your operation was a success? You've got no right to talk to me like that. My only concern is achieving our goal, winning this war. We set the Balmalkans free and they help us in return. Is that wrong? We don't use them, we fight together with them. It's all for victory. It's important to win battles, but that is not our goal. Winning battles allows us to quickly achieve our goals, but the only thing we'd gain would be short-lived peace. Then tell me what I'm supposed to do. We can't contact the Eastern Orthodox Church. The Western Division is only a few days away. The Central Division is fast on our heels, and to top it all off, there's Lotus. Talking about ideals doesn't improve our situation. Or what, you gonna kill us all? Oh. We're gonna fight them anyway. Pushing them back to the Western region isn't enough. We should advance into their territory. We free the Balmalkans while we're at it, and prepare for Lotus's attack. And it's all for the sake of revolution. You have a problem with this, Frederick? Isom, head west to stop the advancement of the Western Division. And I want others on standby. I will contact you each later about the plan. Frederick is the most irritating, idealistic person in this story, in my opinion. Even worse than Yumel. Do you still have something to say to me? Frederick, you're our leader. You understand, right? My job is to slay our foes. What's your job? Is it to pursue ideals or to live in reality? Make up your mind, will ya? Oh. You'll understand eventually the reality of it all. The reality that we have to face. In some ways, Zavik is right. He's right in some ways. That's going to do it for our conquest of Alba Castle and the long story segments after it. And I'm going to give my voice a rest after all those voices. All right, that's it. See you next time.